But we love talking to our next guy. And I'm so very, very, very proud of him, as well as all of you should be. I mean, it's not like the dude doesn't have things going on in his life. It's not like he's not busy being one of the biggest and best NBA and dare I say journalists overall in sports, but also somehow found time, Kyle, to graduate college. Doesn't matter. You set a goal, you hit the goal, you set an example for kids everywhere, and you knock a big thing off the bucket list. We are happy to bring in the graduate himself, not Dustin Hoffman, the other one, Marc Spears, ESPN. Good morning, Mark.
Oh, man, that was beautiful, man. Thank you.
I'm going to be serious for 2 seconds, and I'll go back to being a goofy ass.
Thank goodness.
I enjoyed the video you put out where you're walking through the doors. You had somebody behind you. You're in your cap and gown. You walk through the doors of the stadium, and you turn around and you raise your arms like Rocky, like you just hit the mountaintop. I cannot listen. I've never graduated college before, but I'm just going to guess it's not easy, and it's even more difficult when you're juggling a freaking NBA regular season. So sincerely, dude, good for you, man.
Nah, man. About 2 years ago, I really wanted to do that, and I picked LSU because my family's from there, and figured that could be a place I retire one day. And so, man, it was hard. I busted my ass for 2 years, getting a master's in sports business management, and, we'll see where that goes. I'm definitely happy at ESPN, but as somebody told me once, you always got to stay 2 steps ahead of the posse, man. So, just trying to put another feather in my cap, educate myself, and the whole thing about me going into Tiger Stadium was just like a lucky fluke, bumping into somebody who was a scout there that had met me one time. But I took it, and it was funny because the LSU football players, recruits, were taking pictures in the locker room, and I bumped the dude outside the stadium. He's like, "You want to come in and take pictures too?" Why not?
That's awesome.
So that wasn't even set up, dude. That was just like some guy bumping into me. And I went in the locker room, went on the field, and the funniest part, though, I'll tell you real quick, is my mom, we bumped into Coach Ogeron from LSU on the way back in.
Yeah.
And took a picture with him, and my mom did, and my mom's like, "Coach, I pray for you every game." And Coach said, "Oh, yeah?" Puts his arm around my mom and walks her onto Tiger Stadium field.
Get out.
And they started talking religion for about 5 minutes. I'm like, I got to go graduate. So I left my mom in Tiger Stadium with Coach O.
Oh,
that's incredible.
Ed Orgeron is one of the best characters in the whole sport, too, by the way.
Yeah. Well, they're talking about Joe Osteen.
Right. See, and that's the thing. When you said, and we'll talk basketball here in a second, but you piqued my interest. You said it might be a good place to retire. Now, New Orleans is my favorite city in the entire country. Are you talking about a New Orleans retirement, a Baton Rouge retirement, a Lafayette retirement, somewhere in that area?
Oh, no, my parents live in New Orleans.
Okay.
I think I want to, I'm talking about 15, 20 years from now.
I know, yeah.
They got a beautiful home. It's funny, man. It's like, our prices in California. Like, I have a cousin. He's like, "Yeah, I just bought a plot of land for $25,000. Did $85,000 worth of renovation. So I got a beautiful 3-bedroom home now and my note's $300 a month." I'm like, what?
Right.
But I'll probably end up taking my parents home. They got this 5-bedroom house in a gated community, and it costs them $300,000 or something.
Well, that's good. It's good to know, Mark, because I'm surprised you haven't. I got to hit you up for some new restaurants and haunts to go out there, man.
Oh, man. Hey, but tell them about this, because first I'll say, Dave, is drink responsibly, right?
Of course. 100%.
The drive-through daiquiri shops, bro. Oh, my goodness.
Yes, I've heard they're great. I've heard.
You never went?
No. I'm trying to play it up for the audience. I've heard that they're fantastic.
You drive through, and they have all these different flavors.
Right.
And you pick a daiquiri and order it and get it in the drive-through.
Yep.
Keep going.
Hey,
you get a 32-ounce daiquiri in the drive-through.
People out here can't even fathom being able to walk around with a beer in your hand out on the street.
Oh, yeah. And then there's that, too.
Yeah,
you know?
nothing wrong with that.
I'm going to take my drink with me. I didn't finish.
It's Marc Spears at ESPN with us. You were in Chicago yesterday. You still in Chicago for the lottery?
Oh, yeah. No, I'm standing out here on the deck overlooking the beautiful lake and talking to you. But, yeah, the draft lottery is tonight. It's going to be extremely exciting. Actually, Benny Goodwill of Yahoo, he's telling me he was going to be in the room with the balls and everything. And I told him, I said, you know what, man, that sounds cool, but I want to see Zion's expression. And the one thing that's really, really different about this draft lottery is every once in a while you have a guy that's a unanimous number one. And I wrote about LeBron, how crazy that draft lottery was in 2003. But when you have a guy that's definitely the consensus number one pick like Zion's going to be, this is his NBA draft.
Yep.
This is when he finds out where he's going to go, you know? So I remember being with John Wall in L.A. when he found out he was going to the Wizards, and the emotion he had. The emotion that you see from guys on draft nights, basically that's what it's going to be for a LeBron James or, you know, Anthony Davis or, you know, guys that you know are going to be the number one pick. So that will be the case for Zion tonight. And I like to, you know, just kind of sit and watch his emotions when he figures out that he's, you know, going to the Kings.
Well, that's the thing for it's the first time in a long time, I think. Well, I know that we as Kings fans out here don't have to worry about this lottery. Although I'll tell you, Mark, I was getting killed earlier because I think the Kings have a 1% chance of their pick going to number one, which would then revert to Philadelphia. But it's kind of nice talking to you about the lottery without us being in it, you know, even though we're not a playoff team. Things are looking up, I hope, for Sacramento.
Yeah. No, I mean, you got some really good young talent. You know, we'll see what happens with the Luke situation, but the thing to me that's really, really important is continuing to take a step forward and developing your young guys for the better. And there's some I think that Bagley and Fox, you know, in time have all-star potential. And you just got to make sure you got somebody that's going to harness that the right way and groom those guys the right way. And I don't know that the last situation was the best thing for it, but I do think that, you know, the future is certainly bright for the young talent you have, and Sacramento is something to be excited about.
Marc Spears at ESPN with us out of the draft lottery tonight. And, of course, around that lottery will be a little scrimmage between the Warriors and the Blazers. We just talked to Tim Roy, the Warriors voice, before you came on. One thing I do want to ask you, you're the Boogie Whisperer, man. You know, something comes out with DeMarcus and generally has your byline on it. What do you think? What do you think the chances are seeing the kid back? Maybe not for this round, but the finals.
I wouldn't be surprised if he came back this one.
Really? Yeah.
I think it's possible.
Yeah.
I think it's possible. I mean, because I don't think this is going to be a short series. Assuming, I mean, to me, if it gets past 5 or later, I wouldn't be surprised if he was back. So I wouldn't. He and Durant could be coming back at the same time. Maybe Damon Jones too. If they could just figure out a way to get past the Blazers, it is possible that the Warriors could walk into the finals at full strength. So we'll see. But, you know, the Blazers are certainly not no easy win either. They definitely have to take it seriously. They got one of the coldest backcourts in the league. And I'm certainly looking forward to that series and what Dame and CJ do. It's not going to be an easy win, but I do see the Warriors being at full strength probably within the next, dare I say, 10 days or so.
Wow. That is LSU graduate Marc Spears, also on the side, writes for ESPN, the Undefeated, senior NBA writer over there. He'll have all your coverage tonight of the draft and all the drama and human element that goes into that, and then obviously your playoffs and everything else Mark does, video, writing, multimedia champion, and finds time to join us in little old Sacramento. Mark, always appreciate you. Again, congratulations, my man, and we'll talk to you soon.
All right, go Tigers.
Yes, sir. Go Tigers. That's Marc Spears.
You're listening to The Drive.